Good afternoon. We are here at the Chamber of Commerce and our new location at 44 Main Street South. I'm Mary Hodson, president of the Chamber of Commerce here in beautiful Hutchinson, Minnesota, and we're going to take you on a little tour and show you a little bit about the Chamber and our 75th anniversary. Come on in. All right, today is the first day that we're letting people into the chamber from the public. We're doing a business after hours and an extended open house so everyone can see. So come on in and learn a little bit more about what we're doing here. Over here on our tourism wall, this is a great place for people from the public to come in, whether they're visiting Hutchinson or from Hutchinson, to learn a little bit more about Greater Minnesota. We include items from Explore Minnesota, McLeod County, and of course Hutchinson when you want to learn about what you can explore. We also do have a wall of just Hutchinson businesses for those people who are looking to relocate or trying to decide if this is a place they want to relocate. First, you're going to see when you walk in the door, we have desks for our staff, but also a beautiful seating area. Now, this has been a game changer for us. Now, not because of the naps that we can take, wink, wink, but it is great for building relationships when guests come in to see us. Okay, let's head on over. So, as we get comfortable by the fireplace, because yes, we have our own fireplace, it's not just over at HCVN anymore. We wanted to build in so people could feel like they were building relationships with us and also being able to be comfortable. Sometimes you need a different type of seating arrangement, not just at a desk or a table, so you can really get your brain going. One of the things you're going to see on this tour are our beautiful cabinets. Now, when we moved in, there were only the walls, and Global Fixtures did an amazing job of our cabinets. They built them to our specs that we wanted, and they're going to be doing a little bit more work for us as we're going to be building an office in here as well. So let's take a look at some more of the cabinets. So if you work in an office environment, you can appreciate the fact that you need storage. So we have our storage cabinets. We have plenty of places to hide all the stuff for those of us who may be significant pilers versus filers. But also this is a great way for us to be able to showcase our members who are going above and beyond financially to support us. So we have our visionary sponsors, 3M, Citizens Bank, Mid-Country Bank, and Uponor, as well as our chamber members who are Cobblestone Hotel and Suites, Hutchinson Health, MITGI, and South Point. So the logo that you know with our dots that we've been showing you on our HCVN show for these past several years, well, it was time to update it. So we have a new logo, and here it is. We wanted something that was going to be contemporary and modern, but also the circle represents the continuation of service, the continuation of business. And when you look up what a circle is, the circle of life, we continue to use that in our metaphors here at the Chamber. The Chamber started 75 years ago in 1948, but before that, back in the 1890s, there was actually a business association. So before the Chamber, there was a group of individuals who were specifically supporting businesses in Hutchinson. One of the great things about moving into this space, we had the opportunity, if we wanted to build in an office. So we will be building in an office for the executive. And then also, we were able to put in a workspace as well as a small kitchenette. So that gives us more storage space, but also today it's a beautiful charcuterie board. Tomorrow it'll be back to a paper and crafting space for all the different things that we do. You may have noticed that we have brand new huge windows that we use for displays for the different events and things happening in the community. And this is a lot of where that happens. All right, I am now here with the one, the only, the legendary Cheryl Bilkey.
Matt's mom.
You were part of the original agribusiness committee.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember the very first Farm Fatigue?
Yes, I think we had 4 bags and 2 of us went out. No, that it was very small, a very small start. But once we got out there and talked to people, it just blew up. And then I think our first year or 2, we actually had people coming into the office going, I didn't get one of those bags. How come I didn't get one of those bags? So as our group grew a little bit, and then we got out and the word got out on what we were trying to do and why we were trying to do it, we had sponsors coming to us and saying, I'd like to do this and I'd like to do that. And the community was just so supporting of it. Even more today.
Yep.
And it's grown, and now Glencoe is involved.
Yep.
And
we do 300 bags, but there's bags and buckets now because
Yes.
so much support.
Correct.
Right.
Yep.
I remember a picture, and you started with a little 6-pack soft-sided cooler.
Yes. And we stuffed that full, and we were wondering how we were going to get the money to pay for those when we started. Well, actually, I think the very first time we started out with like sandwich bags.
Probably.
And didn't have much to put in them. There was probably a sucker and a piece of gum or something
Right.
like that. But yeah, I think I might even still have one of those little zippered bags. And every year when we come out, people were just going, amazing. They're just amazed at what we're able to provide from them and give them a big thank you.
And get them out of the tractor for a little bit.
Absolutely.
A little bit of rest. Because when they're harvesting, they're going.
Yes.
Going.
Yep. And when Tina and I would go out together, we'd drive out in the field, then we'd get out of the vehicle, and then sometimes we'd walk maybe a half a mile or whatever. And, harvesting is during hunting season. And so a lot of times the farmers were going, oh, here comes another hunter or 2 that wants to hunt my land. But, yeah. And then they saw it was us,
And now you just kind of mentioned it that you've been through a couple of generations of one family in this group.
the Schmalings, yes.
But also your family is now second generation.
Yes, it is.
Because now Matt is on the agribusiness committee.
Yes, he is.
Yes,
He's
he
following
is.
in Mom's footsteps, so good for him.
Pretty good footsteps if you're going to follow
Well,
something.
they're big, but his feet are bigger, so he can cover more ground, and
still
he's
fair.
younger. And
Well, thank you for starting a wonderful tradition, but also something that's so meaningful to our producers.
well, absolutely, in this community, and it's even, I love it. Sometimes I wish I would come back on it, and then I go, no, you're retired. It's time to move on to other things.
It's probably better that you don't hear what Matt says at the meetings.
Probably.
Thank you so much for being here
You're
today.
welcome, and happy 75th.
Thank you. We are really honored to have had the help of the Hutchinson Community Foundation create some opportunity for us for new technology. So you're going to see behind me the 70-inch screen TV. We also have a ClickShare and an OWL, as well as Wi-Fi in the space. So that allows anybody coming in to do conferencing, whether they're doing it live, if they're doing it online, or if they're doing a hybrid. We are now in the Global Education Center, which we are so proud of. This is going to, and already has, afforded us the ability to allow people to meet after hours. So no longer do you have to only be able to use this room when we're here, but with the new security system, we're able to allow other people to come in and have a class, have a meeting, take care of work that needs to be done. We even had somebody using it because they needed to work on some financials and budgeting. So it's a great space. Now this space is very flex. We have several tables and chairs, so we can put tables like we have them today, kind of in pods, but we can also do it in a classroom setting. We can do it in a theater style setting. We can do them in U-shapes. We've done lots of different things here in this room already, just in the first 6 months that we've been here. This is a great space for our chamber members to utilize at no cost to them, and it's a small fee for people who are not chamber members to use as well. So it's a great opportunity for our community and for us as the chamber. All right, so what else is happening at the chamber? We've got a 75th anniversary. It's one day, you guys. We have to keep going because we have so many things that are in the hopper and that we're rolling out. So you probably heard about this little project called the Mural Project, Participate Hutchinson, a community mural project. I just saw the plans for one, like literally as we're doing this recording, and we have a couple others that are already in progress. Yes, watch Facebook, watch here. We will do more information about those murals as they go live, as in they're finished and on the walls. Some of them are directly on the walls, and some of them are going on big panels that are going up on the walls. So some of them are going to seem like they just pop right away, and some of them you'll be able to see some of the progress. So be tuned for that. There are 13 in progress. There's a 14th that we're working on, figuring out some of the details on it. I'll just say that. That's the easiest way to say it. We also have the Child Care Coalition. That started from the Rural Child Care Innovation Program through First Children's Finance, and now we are working toward helping daycares, whether they're a center or in-home, actually add space for more children. So we're doing that with some financial help from a grant that we received and doing a few other things, a little projects and stuff like that. So that's happening. Then we've added SCORE. SCORE is a great mentor-mentee program. So for entrepreneurs who are working toward starting a business or have just started a business can request a mentor. And hopefully we can get them matched with mentors in the state of Minnesota that are actually from the industry that they are interested in working in. So we've started and launched that as well. So if you are interested in being a mentor to somebody, or if you are starting a new business or know someone who's starting a new business, have them reach out. We can help them get signed up as a mentee as well. So that's a lot happening. Plus, you may have heard something in the news about legislative changes to some of the practices that we have in business today. So we'll be keeping our members very updated on that information once they sift through all of these bills. I don't know if you realize, but bills that are written at the legislative level are 400 to 600 pages. Someone actually has to read through them and understand what's happening. So we're leaving that to the professionals. I have enough to keep me sleeping at night. So once we have all of that information, we'll start rolling that out and helping our businesses understand what they need to do and what changes they need to make sure that they're compliant with the new laws. So there's a lot of stuff happening here. Plus, we're still doing arts and crafts. We still have a golf tournament. We still have Think Local. We still have all of these things happening that are our normal everyday activities. So there's a lot happening, but it's really worth it when it's here for our community of Hutchinson and our Hutchinson businesses. Hutchinson businesses are why we have a community, and that's really important for us to be supporting them. Ladies and gentlemen, Tara Tepley. The crowd goes wild. Ah, the founder and owner of the Paint Factory right on Main Street, Hutchinson, Minnesota. You moved from Colorado to open your studio here.
I did.
And to be my friend.
And to be her friend. Her friend.
I love that. That's the best part of the whole deal. The second best part of the deal for me is the fact that you bring people from all over to Hutchinson for your business. Right? How many, we talk about how many times you have a class and there's nobody from Hutchinson there.
Well, I would say on average it's probably 5 to 10% people from Hutch, but outside of that, we're getting people from, I mean, obviously the surrounding communities, but I think it shocked me when some people are like, we travel like 2 hours. And people regularly from Mankato and the cities and all of that travel regularly to paint with us.
Yeah. I remember being there one night and there was a whole group from Stillwater and then people from Wilmer, and it's crazy. It's wonderful, it's crazy.
Fun crazy.
So we're just talking with people today about the chamber, their chamber membership, being part of the chamber. Yep. You have a unique relationship because you've been on the board.
Yes.
You've been a committee member and a volunteer. And she's a mural artist.
I am a mural artist.
So a little bit ago, I told you that I had just seen somebody's layout that they were working on, and it might have been Tara's, right? Do you want to tell them what you're doing?
Sure. Well, it's going to be a Starry Hutch scene. So my favorite painting is Starry Night, and so we're kind of encapsulating all that Hutch, like little elements of Hutch that are going to be on that, and it's going to be right behind the studio. So we're excited.
Really excited.
Pray for me. It's huge.
It is. It's pretty big, but it is gorgeous, and you do obviously fabulous work. But you, all muralists, you're a primary artist, but you can invite other people to help you, as several artists are doing that. Because once you, I think, tell me if I'm wrong, I get the feeling that it's the idea of making a mural is super exciting. That's how it was for me.
Yeah.
And then you get this stuff, and then you go,
oh my goodness, what did I just sign up for? I'm used to a canvas like this size, and this thing is, walls.
It's 1,000 times bigger, pretty much.
Yeah,
right.
It feels like it.
Yeah. What was the very first painting, the first time you went to paint in an environment like the Paint Factory? What was the very first painting you did?
Starry Night.
I know. I love how it just comes so full circle around.
Well, he's my favorite artist. Impressionistic art is my favorite. So this one's just going to be fun because it's going to be whimsical, but you'll recognize key elements in the mural. So.
Yeah, and I think that when the selection committee was looking at it, it was kind of a slam dunk for us because it incorporated Hutchinson, but then it took such an iconic piece and incorporated that. So we love that. Maybe just share a little bit about why you're a chamber member.
Well, I mean, it was a no-brainer initially for me when I started because I was still, like Mary mentioned, I was living in Colorado. So really, that's how we became really good friends, best friends, because everything that I needed to know about starting a business in Hutch, I figured out from you. And then she was doing all of this when I wasn't even technically a member. And then when I got into town and she started explaining membership, it was a slam dunk. It's just, the chamber has been there for us. They promote us as small business members. They help us get, during crazy times when you need funding, they were there for us. But just always a pillar of the community and just helping out small businesses any way that they can. And that's what we need. When you're a small business owner, you need as much help as you can get. So if you currently are a small business owner, be a chamber member.
And I did not pay her to say that. I literally just said, can I interview you, please?
No, it's just essential. It's like bringing all of us together. And right now, like just seeing some of the small businesses, we've been having fun with some different things and playing off of, I'm super excited, like Olita and Amazing Grace and By May, they've been doing these cardboard signs and I got involved in that. So we might have a challenge coming down.
I hope so.
Not a challenge, but just like a nice, like it's just
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a sign war.
Yeah, wait for it. It's gonna happen.
Good.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do it, I'm doing it.
Well, I think we should
All right.
all do it.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the support you do provide to the chamber and obviously to me, but you are a great example of doing business in Hutchinson well
Thank you.
and doing it with grace.
Well,
So thank
thanks
you.
for being here 75 years. Oh my goodness. What a
Right?
accomplishment.
And did you know that before that, back in the 1890s, there was always a business organization or association?
That's so cool.
And then in 48, they flipped to chamber.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So we have a long line of history that businesses band together. So
Very cool.
perfect with the
Yeah.
the signs. So be watching more for that.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Love you.
Love you.
All right, you've seen the front, now you've seen the back. This is literally back access that you can come into our building. You just look for the 44. There is more at 44, but this wouldn't have happened without a lot of people helping us along the way. A lot of craftsmen, a lot of craftspeople making this happen for us. When we made the decision to move in October, we moved in, I think we counted it was 70 days. And so, crazy, but lots of people helped make it happen, and we're really glad to be here and still serving the community. So for another 75 years, we hope to be here, and we hope you will engage in the chamber. Until next month.